No, 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 no. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if I'm live. Let's start this again. I am. Well, that's funny. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be listening and seeing this. I'm Mary Kerwin, the founder of Confident Families and creator of the Encourage Greatness parenting group, where we help you to change the behaviors that are not working for you and your family into ones that will have you gloriously happy and calm. So, you read um, you've read the books, you've listened to the gurus, you know that you should be calmly parenting. You promised that today would be the day you did not lose your temper, you would not raise your voice, and then life happens. You're telling your kiddos to put on their shoes so you won't be late for the umpteenth time, and you lose it. And this seems to be happening more times than not, and you feel terrible. Why can't you seem to stay in control of your behavior? With the world moving today at such a fast pace, the many hats that you have to wear, the plates you're spitting, and you're constantly being distracted and pulled in different directions, and you feel stretched and stressed. And staying calm in those challenging moments seems lost. So, the most important thing to remember is that it's normal and totally okay to feel overwhelmed at times. Be compassionate with yourself and recognize that you're doing the best you can. And don't beat yourself up, it serves no purpose. But we do have some strategies that you can begin to implement. And by implementing these strategies and prioritizing your well being, you can cultivate a sense of calmness within you. And that will enable you to navigate the toughest of situations with resilience and calm and grace. And one of the most important things to remember is that this is a process and it's not going to happen all at once. Uh, but and that again, you have to give yourself grace. And if you're losing it in the moment and you catch yourself, you can always stop and reset. That being said, I'm going to go on with the tips that I have, or the strategies that I have for you to keep yourself calm or pull yourself away from that behavior that you don't want. And again, everybody's different. Some will work better for you than others. Some will work better for others than you. This is a process, and the I'll say it again. The most important thing to do is to give yourself grace and notice the wins that you are making, even if they're tiny. If you stop in the middle of of losing it, if you walk away, be compassionate, okay? And recognize your wins. So, on to the strategies. I'm sorry. You need to prioritize your well-being. There's no two ways about it. If you're stressed, you will not be calm. The second is the power of mindfulness, the power of being present to where you are. If you understand the power of mindfulness in regulating your behavior, it's a big win. You take a moment in that chaos to pause, to breathe, to assess where you're feeling and respond thoughtfully rather than acting impulsively. Respond rather than react. If you practice mindfulness regularly, you enable yourself to make conscious choices that are aligned with your values and your long term goals. Um, and that being said, there are things you could do to help that along. Routines, they play a big role in self regulation. The importance of establishing healthy habits that support you overall. Regular physical activity, a balanced diet, adequate sleep contribute to your physical and mental health, providing a solid foundation for self regulation. And incorporating time for relaxation and hobbies and self care nurtures your emotional well being and enhances your ability to manage your stress and stay in control. And you do this as much as possible in your life. Um, the other thing is technology. In this digital age, managing technology use is crucial for your self regulation, and also for your kids. Set boundaries about screen times. Have tech free zones in your home. Um, Regulate your interaction with technology, and you can reclaim your control over your time and attention and be an example for your kids, a model for your kids. The next thing is open and honest communication is key to supporting each other, whomever you are with, in your self-regulation journeys. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small. uh, Offer encouragement during challenging times. Engage in meaningful conversations with your loved ones, so you're building a strong network of support that helps keep you on track and maintain your confidence in your behavior. Regulating your behavior and maintaining composure when you're dealing with challenging situations with your kids can be a demanding task, but but here's some things you could do specifically with your kids. Take a breath and pause. When you feel your frustration building up, take a moment to pause. Take a deep breath. Again, it can prevent a reaction that you might regret. Give yourself a brief moment. And this can be done at any time during that escalation of your emotions. Self awareness again. What are your emotions and triggers? What makes you feel overwhelmed or irritated? Take mental notes of the specific situations or behaviors that push your buttons, and then you could help you understand and respond more effectively because you're ready for it. The other thing is, have realistic expectations. Kids are still learning and developing, and their behavior is not always within your control. It's most likely never, but set realistic expectations based on their ages and stages of development. When you start to recognize their limitations, it can help you with your patience and understanding. And there's a bunch of positive discipline techniques that you could utilize, um, which will help and not make you feel so out of control. Focus on guiding your kids rather than resorting to punishment. And again, clear communication, active listening, logical consequences to encourage positive behavior. And lastly, seek support. Take breaks and seek support. Recognize when you need a break and reach out to your support network, your partner, your family, your friends, or me. Take time for self care and engage in activities that help you relax and recharge. Because stepping away from a situation temporarily can allow you to regain perspective and approach it with a calmer mindset. Um, Empathy and understanding go a long way. If you try to see things from your kids' perspective, you recognize that they have their own emotions, their own frustrations and challenges, see the meaning behind what they're doing and what's saying, because that can help you respond with compassion and find alternate ways to address their needs. Everyone has different coping strategies. Find and identify the ones that work for you. It could be deep breathing, it could be journaling, it could be exercise, counting to 10, engaging in a hobby, anything that helps you distress. Healthy outlets for your emotions to prevent them from building up. And again, if you want more help with this, if you're consistently struggling with managing your emotions and you find it difficult to keep your cool, consider giving me a call for guidance, for talk. I can provide you with personalized strategies and support tailored to your specific situation. And just please remember that maintaining self control, responding calmly to challenging situations, is a skill that takes practice. Be patient with yourself, celebrate small wins along the way, and with time, effort, and sometimes help, you can develop effective strategies to regulate your behavior and create a more peaceful environment for both you and your children. It's a it's a continuous journey that requires dedication and practice. And if you want help, we'll put the link below. You can give me a call. Ciao, ciao for now.